Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Teresa, Crafty Grams. I'm here in the craft lair today with another hashtag my daily spread 26 prompt. Today is Wednesday. Shockingly, I thought all day long it was Tuesday and I didn't have to make a video, but anyway. So it is, in fact, Wednesday, and today's prompt is no glue challenge or glueless, or let's see. Yeah, no glue challenge, clip elements. Okay, so, well, I'm going to do all kinds of things that don't involve glue, but I'm not just going to do a clip. Like, I'm not going to just do a paper clip. I have some bulb pins. I have these things are brads. I have mini paper clips, and I have my tiny attacher. So, yeah, I think between all of these things, I'll be okay. I think. I hope. Um, so, I want to make holes, small holes. I've cut out and distressed some pieces um, for this. And this has a tiny white space for a hole, so I'm going to see if I can match it up to this chomper. I don't know what this is called. It's a, obviously it's a We Are Memory Keepers, like, same company that makes crocodile and stuff like that, only it makes like seriously tiny holes. And look, I got it not centered, but it's okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So for these smaller pieces, like this one's okay with a bigger hole, but not as big as a regular sized hole punch hole, I don't think. Anyway, I got holes in them. Because obviously, I'm not really sure what I'm doing yet. I just, you know, have some loose ideas rolling around in there. But first, let's talk about what yesterday was a scrap cluster page using scraps only. So I did that. Indeed, I did. And here it is. Um, yeah, so this is obviously scraps just from these kits. These are scraps that, um, from things that from pieces of paper that I have used for other parts of this journal. Gosh. And one of the prefab clusters that's included. And I meant to put it down as just a pocket, but I glued the whole thing. And so, but this kind of looks like it's a pocket in there. Anyway, so that's my clusters page. Scrap cluster page. So let's clip some elements in today. So what I thought I would do is I have this lovely piece from, I don't know which kit at this point. I just don't know. Um, uh, that I thought I would use as a pocket. And then I would uh, use the rest of the bits to make something to go in the pocket. Or not really a pocket, but a tuck spot. Definitely a tuck spot. So I can't use that one. That's a hidden journal spot. I can't use that one. What I thought I would do, why I'm being so picky, is instead of, obviously, since the idea is to not use glue, I thought I would staple it in, and I don't want to interfere with whatever's on the back side of whatever page I select. So, yeah. I could definitely use that. And then potentially cover up the back sides of the staples with whatever. I could put something over there to intentionally do that. Okay, so I think that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to start with using my tiny attacher here to attach my, okay, so it's not really going to be a pocket, it's going to be a tuck spot, I guess. So yeah, okay, and then this is going to be really small to go in there. Like, look, that's a beautifully straight, or, you know, maybe not so beautifully straight bunch of staples there, but it's okay. So before I go much further along, I think I'm going to find a larger piece, maybe an actual tag, to put this other bits of ephemera onto. There, that'll work just dandy. Let me ink that up. So Wednesday, hump day, halfway through the week. Hope everyone's having a great week. We are having some really poopy weather, rainy. It's cooler. So you know, I'm not mad about that, but it is definitely very rainy. I have done nothing to the flip side of these, everything I'm using today, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. It's fine. It's just fine. So I don't think there will be much ability to journal on the back of this once I get done with the front of it. If that's, yeah. So, all right. So I guess that can move out of the way for now, and that can move out of the way for definite. And I will focus on making this tag. Trying to put that away was not as easy as it should have been. So let's see what we can do here. Start with that element. I do want to put these together, but I don't know with a bulb pin or with a piece of string or some other kind of fabric or a tiny brad. I don't know. You just stay there and wait patiently for your turn. So no glue, huh? No glue already. I'm struggling. I'm struggling here. So yeah, I'm struggling a little bit. I'm trying not to be terribly boring about this and just string it all up on one attaching thing, but I'm struggling. So let's start with this. I wish I had some smaller, but I don't think I do. Hold on, let me double check. Oh, I do have tinier ones. Sweet. I have those teeny tiny ones. Yeah. Okay. So that made me kind of happy. Okay. Oh, Lordy. I just realized I have the other, all these are still without their lid. That could have been a disaster knowing how clumsy I am. Right, so I think I'm going to just clip those like that. And then, and then, and then, well, having a heck of a time with that. Okay, then let's get a bulb pin. And, okay, just one. I just need one. I don't need however many. Let me close that one or pull that one out because I will stab myself with it. And I wonder. I never know which way to hang these pins. So I could put that. I want to do it this way and then have a dangle off the side like so. See if I have anything here. I don't think I do. Angle wise, that's too big. Oh, wait, wait, wait. That is a rather cute little umbrella I got in Happy Mail. So let's see if I can put that on this. Really? Yep. Okay. That is rather cute. And then I can just tuck it in like so. It's all right. It's fine. It's just fine. It can be bulky. Yeah, it can. It can be bulky right there. Sure it can. I really need to do something with that. See if something comes of it. Right. So, all right. That was super duper quick. Yeah, I know. Because I wanted to talk about and show you, we'll do a little show and tell on the progress I've made in hashtag finding my floor and rearranging my craft space. So come along with me and you shall see. Okay, we're not in Willy Wonka. Hold on. Right. This is fascinating. Maybe not fascinating, but it's very, very good. Sorry, you're going to get torn there for a second. Okay. So, oh, Hello, hi, how are you? Let's see if I can flip this around. Why can't I flip it around while I'm recording? Ooh. I mean, I can flip it that way. Well, guess I just gotta start over then. Right, okay, so I had to start part two of the video. So I guess I should have started at the door. So we're gonna do that real quick. Just, you don't see anything here for right now. So here's the door, hallway. Hi, door. All right, so here is the update on the craft space. Okay, so my next, um, these two bins are like one of the next projects to do. Sort through those. That's all my packing materials that I allow myself to keep. And I also discovered that there's um, book covers, like that I have just taken the pages out of and left the empty book covers in there. So I need to sort through that, separate out the book covers that are potential journal covers, and put them in this bin here that used to hold my plastic pouches of um, current projects, works in progress, whatever you want to call them. So I've taken a lot of the ephemera off of here. I took my washi tape out of boxes and put them into these two clear bins. Not thrilled with that. That looks kind of messy, but I can see it, and so I'm hopeful that I will use it. Um, I moved this bucket of papers, and this little treasure box has also those little tiny, like 4x6 papers you get from Amazon and stuff in kits. So yeah, that hasn't changed much right here. This has mostly my chipboard and stuff for making my photo albums, those little mini albums that I make, and all the things that I need for doing big cuttings and measurings and stuff are in that bin. And there's an extra paper cutter there. That red covered book is what I use to hold glued things down with. Um, this still has my die cuts and uh, embossing folders and all of that kind of stuff on it. That is for my personal projects, my grandson's photo albums. Um, most of my 12 by 12 papers are here. This is ephemera ingredients, I guess. I don't know what to do with. That's an empty basket that my son and daughter-in-law gave me for my birthday. I need to figure out what to do with it. So this bottom drawer here had a whole bunch of um, packaging, like from stickers and I don't even know what all, but like tags from clothes and just all kinds of stuff like that. Well, in part of my purging, I asked my daughter to take everything that was in that bottom drawer, because I haven't looked at it in more than 6 months, probably more than a year. And I just asked my daughter to come in last night and get rid of it for me, because I couldn't do it, because if I started looking at it, I'd go through it and, I'd want to keep more than half of it probably. So that now has my all the things that I've shown as my featured favorites that are projects, works in progress, WIPs, WIPs. Um, so yeah, all of that. Nothing has changed much on these two shelves except for this. I did clear out, couldn't even tell you what was there, but I cleared out that and made that space for all the stuff that I saved for my personal albums, and which is mostly for my grandson's scrapbooks. So I wanted to put my Cricut up there, but it's too wide and it straddles this very uneven join between the two pieces of shelving. So that was a bust. I took back up to the shelves over here. This clear bin has my napkins and sewing patterns in it. which used to be hidden back here where mostly full journals and stuff like that are. So I was like, well, I don't need to get into these, and I would prefer to have the napkins and stuff for actual availability for use. I also cleaned up these two. I don't remember what was in here at all already, and I only did this like yesterday. But I these are all my specialty papers. There's sticker paper, clear sticker paper. Um, that paper has it's 3-hole punched. There's business cards there, just stuff like that. A4 paper, and these are the ones I use all the time. This is my like regular page paper, and that's my cardstock under there. And I just put pieces of my very preciously hoarded um, chipboard and labeled it with the stuff that it is, so I don't order the wrong thing. I've done that before, and I don't want to do that anymore. But I don't want to keep the very fragile paper or plastic wrapper that it comes in and just gets all torn up and messy looking. So anyway, um, so yeah, these drawers used to be over there where they're not white, the blue shelves are now, with that has the washi tape and all that stuff on it. So because this has all my metal elements like my brads and eyelets and stuff like that. In the top drawer, all my inks are in one of those drawers. Hello, Miss Penelope. Princess Penelope Jane. Hi, cutie tootie. Anyway, so, and a lot of the ephemera that was over there on those turquoise shelves are now in these photo storage boxes. That is my former box of shame, which is all of my ready to use ephemera. And that little folder there from Cindy at Scrap Brat. Love it. So yeah, I've cleaned off the top of this so that it now has old books I pull book pages from, my masking paper, which I absolutely love, this roll of ribbons and trims. These things I use quite a lot. They have all of my coffee dyed papers, specialty papers like tissue paper and glassine and all of that kind of stuff. And a lot of more of the ephemera in those photo storage boxes is there. I'm trying to move my ephemera to where I can roll to it easily from my craft desk. So this looks like a mess, but it is all of my scraps and my book page pieces and things like that. I have taken some of the papers, like 6x6, 8x8 papers off of this and put them over there on the turquoise shelves. So this now has this is an idea book for what I did with book pages. A whole book's worth of book pages are in that book page ideas, and that's still my 12 by 12 offcuts. This is a big thing. My son-in-law put these shelves up for me, and I moved a lot of these things, the glue and the glitters, what are those things called? Stickles and stuff like that. I moved them there where I can get hold of them. Uh, what's up there? Stuff I don't use very much because it's on a higher shelf. And then I can't put anything in here because that would bear weight because there's no studs. That's in between the studs. These shelves have been here for a while, but I've put, again, more things that I would use more frequently if I didn't have to dig them out. So there's some um, wooden stamps. This is my beads and beading tools. These are inks, the tiny inks and stuff like that. These are ephemera holders. It's my calendar. That's just not even close to the right date. I am going to put up here a little magnetic strip. It looks like wood, but it's magnetic, so I can put my scissors on there. I don't really like them hanging like that. I'm afraid I'll knock something off and, stab myself. So my workspace looks visually more clear to me, which is a huge, huge thing to me because, it looks more inviting to come and actually craft on. I have nothing under my feet. This darn thing, I keep trying to put it up under the desk. I've used 2 or 3 different things to hold it up there with, and it just keeps not staying stuck up there. So it's still there looking like a mess. I have moved these bins from the Container Store. I have them full of ephemera, moved closer to me, obviously, from being way over here. They're now right here beside me when I craft. This, I have taken a lot of the stuff that was in front of me, making a visual noisy clutter, and I put them down there where I can still reach them. That is another area I need to work on again. That's supposed to stay clear for my Etsy business side of things. But, hey, it's all a work in progress. It's like, what is it? Candy says, you eat an elephant one bite at a time. So I'm taking small bites. That is another small bite I have to take. I have to address those boxes there. They are really not, I think they're like old happy planner stuff, which, I don't do decorative planning anymore. That's this is what used to be under my feet. This is their their whips, work in progress, but they're more abandoned projects at this point because I haven't touched them, but I don't want to give up on them completely. So they'll sit there and stare at me and beg for love, and I'll get to them eventually. This just really upsets me because those are my packages, mailer pouchy things, and these are all things that I have listed on my Etsy shop that are just sadly taking up space. But I don't know what to do with them. That's a goodie box I'm getting ready for somebody. Um, so yeah. Anyway, that is the update. It's still not perfect, but it is, progress over perfection is what we say. So yeah. Oh, that book fell out of a drawer, so it needs to probably just needs to go and be recycled because she's falling apart, and it's paperback. I don't really do much with paperbacks. So yeah, yeah, um, that's my update on my finding my floor craft room reset. There's Penny in her corner, sweet baby girl. She's in charge of everything. She allows me to live here and pay all of her bills. So, am I not the lucky one? All right. Y'all have a great rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday. Until then, craft and enjoy, y'all. Bye.